What's up, YouTube? We back up in here with another one. Today we're gonna be reacting to a mother and her son. Now check this out. Getting pulled over. Her 8-year old son, getting pulled over by the Sacramento police at gunpoint. I'm gonna run it down to you again. A woman and her son gets pulled over by the Sacramento Police Department at gunpoint. We're finna react to this, y'all. And hit that like button, man. It matters to the algorithm. Helps me move my channel up. Let's go.
Shoulder. I rolled my windows down immediately and I told my son, just sit here calmly. Now this is going to be probably a traffic stop. Don't take your seatbelt off. Just sit there and just, participate. But then when I noticed that my windows were down and I looked in my rearview mirror, I noticed that they had guns drawn and they had instructions for me to then toss my keys out of the window and open the door with my left hand, proceed to get out and put my hands in the air and then walk towards them. I immediately broke down because I didn't know or understand what was going on, nor did I do anything. I'm 9 months pregnant.
This woman did nothing. Going to and from, taking her son back and forth to a football game. And this happens. Now, what would you do if something like this happened to you? And how would you feel? It only happened to certain people, so let's just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? How would you feel if you and your son was moving to and from and got pulled over at gunpoint? How do you explain that to him after it's all over with? How do you explain that to him after this situation is taking place? Keep in mind, these are the people that's supposed to be serving and protecting. You understand me? Let's let her finish her story.
I'm just simply taking my son to the football practice. I'm like, I didn't break any laws or anything. So at this moment, I'm confused. I just immediately looked back and was like, go back towards the car. And I was screaming, my baby, that's my baby, my 8-year-old, that's my son. And then the officer then kind of like, kind of told him, it's okay to come here so I can explain it to both of you guys why we pulled you guys over. He then told us that, well, one of the other officers then told us that they pulled us over because they've been watching a suspect for the last 2 years, and the suspect's known to take them on high speed. So that's why they told me to toss my keys out the window, and that this person is armed, known to carry a gun. Saying like my baby, my 8-year-old, you guys confused my baby with a suspect, like whether it was a teenager or an adult, like he's nothing but three.
That's a kid right there. That's the little boy that they've been looking for. An 8-year-old. And when they thought, and they all mistaken. This is all mistaken. You understand what I'm saying? Let them tell it. But you've been following and knowing this guy for 2 years. So if he 8 now, he was 6 then. You've been knowing what he's been doing. Let's go.
10, maybe 4 feet, if anything. And he just looks like a kid. He had his football practice gear on. So I was still confused on how you guys like made that mistake, because he has a football gear on with pads and he's little, So I just kept saying that, and they just kept saying, this is protocol. We're sorry you had to go through this, but it's pretty much done. So I'm scared for him on how he's going to be taking this in the
You
future and how
should.
this is going to affect him.
You should. That's a kid, man. That's a kid, man. And you know he's a kid. I wonder how they felt walking up on him and getting a chance to really see him once they got to him. Undoubtedly, I don't think that they felt anything off of this. I'm going to be honest with you. That's how they are. He had some type of color in his skin. Not throwing up the race card, but I'm just saying he had some type of color in his skin, and his mama was black. Oh, also, she was 9 months pregnant. Let's finish up.
Him in the future, because that just showed him that he's not always safe, that they will think he's a suspect. And at 8 years old, that's just too young for a kid that's so innocent to be to feel that way, to feel that they are a suspect. And for him to hear the police explain it in that way, he just was scared and he kept repeating it like, Mom, really? They thought I was an adult. They thought I was dangerous. Like,
How do you explain that right there? How do you reply to that conversation that he's having with her? These are the people that you raise your kids to, look up to protect the community. It's a sad thing, man. It's sad that the world goes through this stupid stuff, man. People that's stupid, man. It's dumb. Seriously. And now, after it's all over with, she'll go back to her life with her son that they upped a pistols on, and had him at gunpoint and said they've been watching him for 2 years. The suspect. Drop in the comments, man, how y'all feel, man. I want to hear about this, man. Like, share, and subscribe to IONU TV. It's the greatest channel in the world. Stay happy, stay healthy. And, man, I guess you got to watch when you driving back and forth black with your kid coming from football practice. I guess that's how it's going to be. Peace.